Hey, what's up, guys? This is my UFC on Fox, Evans versus David predictions. I'm only going to be predicting the two big fights, the Sonnen and Bisping fight, and the Evans and Davis fight. So, because to be honest, I really couldn't care less about the rest of them. They're not really contending. None of the guys fighting in them are really contending for anything worthwhile. So, in the co-main event, we got Sonnen versus Bisping. Winner gets to face Silva for the title. Dana White reportedly said that, and I have Sonnen winning by unanimous decision. The reason why is Sonnen's wrestling is just way too good for Bisping. I don't think Bisping will be able to knock him out. Of course, Bisping does have some good power, but I see Sonnen just taking his ass down and just ground and pounding him for the win. So Sonnen, unanimous decision. Second one is the main event is Rashad versus Phil Davis. Hopefully the winner of this will fight John Jones for the belt. Personally, Rashad never gets the props that he really deserves. I mean, you see Machida fight Jones before Rashad. Rashad never really gets the opportunities. It might be because his fighting style isn't the most entertaining to watch, but he's still probably the best light heavyweight in the division or in the world. And I'm going to see him beat Phil Davis. I think he's actually going to knock Phil Davis out. Phil Davis is pretty good. He does have good striking, but Rashad is too quick for him. He's really explosive in his hands, as you saw with the Tito fight, and he's been training with Bernard Hopkins, which is Bernard. If you don't know him, he's a former boxing champion. So I can see anywhere this fight goes, Rashad has an advantage. And if it goes to wrestling, so Rashad's probably the best wrestler in the light heavyweight division. And if it stands up, Rashad can more than hold his own against Phil Davis. So I think Rashad will TKO Phil Davis second round. And then, yeah, I like Rashad to beat anybody. Like, he can, with his style, he can beat Machida. He can beat John Jones with his wrestling and his explosiveness. And another thing I wanted to touch on is that Manny Pacquiao declined Floyd Mayweather's offer. Floyd was going to give him $40 million. It was a 50-50 split, which I think is more than fair, to be quite honest. Pacquiao declined he said in a statement, he said, this is a quote Pacquiao said, he said he will guarantee me $40 million, but I won't have any share of the pay-per-view and other sources of revenue. How would he leave me out of the pay-per-view when I generate more than him in pay-per-view buys? Well, this is the epitome of Manny Pacquiao ducking Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather's giving him more than enough money. He would easily whip him. It doesn't deserve to be a 50-50 split because Pacquiao isn't on Mayweather's level. I mean, Mayweather's too defensively good. You saw in the Pacquiao Marquez fight, which I thought that Marquez won. But you saw in that fight Pacquiao's weaknesses. And if Pacquiao doesn't agree to the Olympic style drug test because Mayweather wants it, I think, 10 days before the fight, the Olympic style drug test, and Pacquiao's like, no, it should be 14 days. That's also another way that Manny's stuck in Floyd. The media likes to perpetuate that Floyd's stuck in Manny when, in reality, Floyd's wanted to fight him a long time ago, and Floyd's just he's just trying to make other fighters clean, you know. Honestly, there's nothing much to say. If Manny Pacquiao doesn't accept it, I can't see this fight happening, which is really disappointing because this is one of the most anticipated fights since Tyson versus Holyfield too. What else? It would have been the biggest payday in Pacquiao's career, which Floyd always credits himself for that. He's like, when De La Hoya fought me, he got paid the most. When Marquez fought me, he got paid the most. All that stuff. So, really, when you think about it, it's oh, sorry, Mike Tyson. Oh shit. What was I saying? I completely forget what I was saying. Oh, wait, that's exactly what Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson Holyfield 2 fight was probably the second most anticipated fight, which was the one, after the ear biting incident. And actually, that was the ear biting. Yeah, now that I think of it, that was the ear biting incident. Holyfield versus Tyson 2 was the one. Holyfield beat him by TKO in the 11th round in the first time they fought. So there's no way Pacquiao would even come close. It wouldn't even be a fight if Pacquiao and Mayweather fought. Mayweather would just whoop him. 42-0. That's all you really have to say. He's one of the best defensive fighters of all time. And he's top 20 all time. I don't know if he's top 10, maybe. One more thing. Overeem. What a knockout on Brock Lesnar. If you have a betting account online, bet Overeem against JDS. Overeem's just gonna kill him, man. Overeem's way too good, too fast, too strong for JDS. So that's about it. See ya. Bye.